Hello and welcome back to episode 2 of the Masochist Destroyer, or Not a Masochist series. I picked up some new cards at the end of the last episode to see if we can implement any of them into the deck, otherwise we're going to get right back into Ranked. And then the next video will actually be posted on the Patreon for free. It will just be the solo modes, and then I'll continue the series on the channel. So anything solo mode related is not something I think anyone's going to really click on, so that'll go on the Patreon. But let's see what we got. We pulled this Citadel Whale. If this card's in your hand, you can, or graveyard, you contribute 2 waters to special summon this card, which currently in the deck list I only have 1 Crown of the World Chalice, and I believe everything else in the deck is not water, so we can't play that yet. This Go 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 Ghost is a 1900 beater, so that's automatically pretty good, so let's fit it in somewhere. The moment, it is in already, sorry, I'm losing track of what's not in. I think that's all we have that really makes sense to put in. If the equipped monster attacks a face-down defenseless monster, it gains 1500 during death. This Yugioh sword gives us an attack boost, and I think I want to put in Kunai with Chain, so some of our monsters can get over defense position monsters. I don't think I care enough about this shield wing to keep it around, or even so I'm going to cut a shield wing, and I'm going to put in Kunai with Chain. We have 2 of them, so I'm going to put them both in. And do I want to cut anything to keep us at 40 cards? I'm not a huge proponent of keeping a deck at 40, but just to see if anything here makes sense or not. Is there anything that's just not going to work? I think this looks fine. We'll go in with version 1.4, and we will see how it goes. Oh, maybe if I play the Kunai with Chains, I should put back in the Shield Crush, because they can hit monsters in defense position. We'll see if situations come up where that would have been relevant as we play through. So, save the deck, and we'll play our matches. Just another quick comment. So I played through the first episode was played on a Friday. I didn't play Saturday because I went to locals, and I don't believe my secret packs are currently open anymore, so the secret packs I had available are open. Now, these secret packs were already open by default because they did something, so these are not accessible through the rules of the series. I have to open a card that would open the pack in order for me to use them, so I can't use them. I don't believe I have any legacy tickets at the moment. Let's just take a quick peek and see if we do. We currently have 0 legacy tickets and no Xyz Cup tickets. So let us play our first game of the day. I did also log in earlier with the intent of making sure I collect all the, We'll go second just because I think we're better off trying to pop cards and be able to attack right away. I logged in earlier with the collecting all rewards and doing the, the daily spectate. So I watched a replay and then that was that. Alright, so we open with Junk Synchron, Smashing Ground, Kunai with Chain, and 2 Ballista Squads. We're up against what looks like someone playing the solo mode Breaking of the World deck, the Demise King of Armageddon deck. Now this deck is full of nothing but unsummonable monsters, so odds are we will be able to win this game by simply just playing as fast as humanly possible. Good, that'll increase our ability to get monsters onto the field, so we're just going to go for broke and summon as much as we can, as fast as we can, to try and put in as much damage as possible, as quick as we can. So we're just going to summon Beckon, because it's a 1800 monster, and we're just summon Junk Synchron, and we're just going to punch them as fast as humanly possible, and hopefully they won't get to Demise King of Armageddon or one of the retrains either. Alright, we'll go to main phase 2, we'll set our Ballista Squads. In the event they do summon it, we'll at least, should not have put it in that column. We're going to put all our traps on the field. I'm just going to high roll trap cards in general. If they're not on the field, I can't activate them. If they have Harpy's Feather Duster or Lightning Storm, then they deserve to win, and we can just move on quickly and move on to the next game. So that is the general consensus and plan I'm going to have for trap cards. Just play them to the field unless there's some reason not to, like I have too many duplicates of cards I can't use. Just going to put them on the field. What does this card exactly do? Once per turn, you can target 1 ritual monster you control and show 1 ritual they're passing. That's fine. To the end of the turn, a level of the shown ritual monster becomes the targeted monster's level. Until the end of this turn. Okay, I don't see how that's useful. Alright, we have Skill Successor, which is going to help us beat our opponent down faster. Okay, so we will get in for more damage. And we are racing against the clock of our opponent actually summoning the ritual monster. At least the Ballista Squads might keep us from getting completely destroyed should that happen. Although there's a chance that they summon them with something that'll prevent them from being targeted. I guess I could have used the Kunai with Chain already, just to do a little more damage, but it looks like it wouldn't have affected the clock we would have had. We would have done 500 more damage, and it's not going to make a difference. Nightmare Pain. That is a good card. So we may have to destroy it with our Ballista Squad, because if they didn't have something going already, they still won't have anything going. Let's just keep them off of a card that does something productive. So because Nightmare Pain is a continuous spell, it must remain face up on the field in order to resolve its effect. So that'll keep them in the same place. So they are now forced in a position to do something because we have game on board. I should have considered... Okay, they're conceding. I should have considered keeping the Junk Synchron and then getting the 500 boost from the Kunai with Chain. That way they might not make the same efforts to play defense. So we're getting a couple of gems and we're getting some normal craft points. And we'll be ranking up, so we'll get more gems in Bronze 3. So I have no specific reward for ranking up. The gems themselves are their rewards. We pulled a copy of Swordstalker, which is a terrible level 6 monster, and we pulled a legacy ticket. So we have a legacy ticket, and we'll have our master pack. Also, considering we have like 3,400 gems, I'm just going to upgrade to the gold the gold duel pass, so we can collect our rewards for that faster. Because often these gems are just going to kind of like refuel themselves throughout the pass. I do have concerns that the pass will only have like 40 days left and we won't have enough time to finish it. And then it'll be a waste. So that should have like doubled the rewards we have. Suddenly we have 9 rewards in our gold pass. So we're going to get a bunch of additional like craft points, more gems back. So we didn't quite earn back the 700 gems spent, but we got a bunch of craft points to use. Let's take a look at our missions. We've won a duel, and we've also collected a lifetime award for winning a duel, which is a deck box. So we're getting some deck slots. And as I get more cards that are related, I'm going to put them into different decks just so we can keep track of like our count, so how close we are to playing certain decks. So let's get our legacy ticket. Since there's only 2 cards and there's just 1 pack to open, I will open them one at a time. We have here a Vengeful Servant. When control of the equipped monster changes, that's never going to happen. Inflict damage to equal to its original attack to its new controller, so it's never going to happen. Legendary Jujutsu Master. If this defense position monster is battled, if this defense position card battled a monster at the end of the damage step, place that monster on top of the deck. So that could be really annoying for our opponent. We should at least consider playing that over like one of our 2,000 defense monsters. Oh, it's level 3. Might not be good with our rank 4 strategy we have so far. Alright, so let us move on to our master pack of the day. Packs, master pack. Alright, let us open our cards. Alright, so we have here a Dragoonity Militum. Once per turn, you can target 1 Dragoonity card in your spell trap card zone and special summon it. Not bad if we had that. 1 Magna Rocket Dragon. If it's targeted by a Link monster, you can target This can send 1 monster to the graveyard if it's targeted by a Link monster. It's 1800 beater, so it's better than some cards we have, so we'll probably play it. And if we do get another dragon, another rocket, we'll be able to summon one from the deck if this card is destroyed by card effect. Weather Cloud Canvas. Weather monsters gain effect. Banish this card, target a face-up monster on the field, and have its attack. We don't have any weather cards yet. Cube. Equipped to Thunders, gains 100 for each Thunder in the graveyard. You can send this face-up card to the graveyard and target a Thunder monster you control, and it gains 1,000 attack. Not awful if we played any Thunders. We don't have any Thunders currently. Dark. If this is the only face-up monster you control. If the only face-up monsters you control are level 2 or lower, this card can attack your opponent directly. Interesting. Dunker, you can special summon this card by returning a UA monster. If we get any other UA monsters, maybe we'll play this. Take special once per turn to say it does piercing damage to your opponent, and when this inflicts damage, it destroys a card. So it's not a bad tribute. It's like the Sue Ship XZ, but it's a 2 tribute monster. Bayonet Punisher. Apply these effects in sequence depending on the types of Boral monsters you control and are in your graveyard. If you control a monster with 3,000 or more attack, your opponent cannot activate cards or effects in response to this card's activation. Well, we're not going to have Borals, so odds are this is going to matter. And we have Giant Soldier of Steel. 13/2000 stats of Giant Soldier of Stone. Takes 2 level 3 rocks. Since its Xi material is very specific, we're probably not going to play it. Unaffected by monster effects. Once per turn or either player's turn, detaching Xi material, gain 1,000 defense until the end of the turn. You take no damage from your opponent's card effects this turn. So since we don't have 2 level 3 rock monsters, we're probably not summoning this card. Alright. Back to the deck just to analyze and make sure there is nothing we're going to change. I don't think there's anything we're going to change. I think maybe the Magna Rocket Dragon can come into the deck. Okay, let's see. I'm going to put in the Magna Rocket just to have more beaters. Do I want the Jujutsu Master? I mean, it could be a card we draw into in a situation we can't do anything. And we'll add the Giant Soldier of Steel just because we have room in the extra deck. I don't think anything else really needs to be played. The auto sword could be decent to just progress to open with our monsters. So I'm going to try it. It just gives us 500 attack. The equipment card gives us 500 attack isn't really that good, but we are playing like the biggest beaters we have, so it could be helpful. Alright, so we'll go with this for now. And let's play our next game. Oh, we can play the Tryout Duel, Extreme Duel. Let's see how this goes. So if we actually win 3 of these, we get a pack of this new Master Saga card. So we'll take that reward if we do that. So we're just going to play our deck. Same deck. Now, as far as I know, we'll get attempted to be paired with people at like similar ranks. So we will try to get paired with someone at our rank. If this doesn't work, then we'll just move on back to rank. So they have Lightheart. So we pulled Karibo from one of the rewards we got, so we'll be updating our Rescue Rabbit to Karibo. I actually think the rabbit looks cuter than Karibo. Alright, so we're going second, which means we'll get to see their hand right away. Another reason for doing this could be good for getting wins and losses is that we get to see our opponent's hand because Respect Play shows the hand of the person who's going at that time. So we'll immediately see if we can play. If our opponents sound like a good deck, we'll just get out of here. They have 9 in the extra, so it looks like they're playing a Sword Soul starter. We can't beat that. We can leave. See? I don't get a pack for this. But they will get closer to getting their Respect Play done. Now we're only going to play it until we get the reward, and then we're going to stop playing it, so we'll try it one more time. Just see if we can beat it. Now, they might have been a noob, and there was a good chance that they actually couldn't do anything, but I don't think we could have gotten even over like a high defense monster with the cards we have at the moment, so... Alright, so we're losing the dice roll. They're choosing what they want to do. Maybe they'll go first. Oh, we're going first. So they get to see our terrible hand right away. Alright, at least we're going to play. So we're guaranteed to get a pack because we're going to... Unless we just... Because we're going to make some effort to play the game. Oh, conveniently, we have 4 slots for our 4 trap cards. I can't wait for them to immediately just, like, reveal their hand and then have Harpy's Feather Duster. It will be funny. So we'll set Crowned by the World Chalice, and we'll just set 4 trap cards. And we will hope our opponent is not on a real deck. They have 11 in the extra. So it is trying to pair us with people who are at similar levels to we are in the Respect Play Duel. It also gave us a cool field to use for this. They are on a real Labyrinth deck, so we're never going to win, but we are going to try. They only set 1 Welcome Labyrinth. We know exactly where it is, so we are going to get rid of it as quickly as possible to just not instantly lose. Pretty sure that's where they set it. Okay. And they have like a Floodgate Trap Hole set, so we are fine right now. Or Call the Haunts. I guess I only have 1 monster to summon right now, and I might need the zone. They'll probably pop a card we have, so might as well set it just to get cards on the field. I'm always a little iffy about how this card works. So there were 2 tails. Both players toss a coin. If they roll heads... Oh, okay. So they're getting like an actual monster now. So paths is the player rolls, gets a head, gains 2,000, tails loses 2,000. So we both rolled tails. So they got a little weaker on there. Do they have a good enough deck to have Big Welcome? All right, we're obviously never going to beat that. It's summoning in defense, so we will be putting our Crowned on the field just to block with. Although they will just probably pop it with Lady Lab. Well, I guess they can't do it yet. Labyrinth. Oh, fuck! I forgot Call the Haunted's in attack position. It's been so long since I played it. But I can Kunai with Chain and put their monster in defense position, and we will do it in the damage step where you can't use the reason I can't put it in defense position. Oh. So because I use this in the damage step, I could not put his monster in defense position because it's not when he declared an attack anymore. So using a damage step let me gain the 500 boost, but it cost me the trap card. So I'm going to lose super hard. Leotar can get over this. Odds are we're just going to get Floodgate Trap Hold. I'm going to chain Call the Haunted to prevent him from setting any trap card he wants. He'll probably be able to do it again in a second anyway when he uses Welcome Labyrinth. I think we can fully accept defeat here, but I will continue it out and just take the L so that maybe we'll get a legacy ticket. Also, our academic exam that we were doing involved us activating spells and trap cards, so if we activate these trap cards, maybe we'll get closer to finishing that academic exam and finishing any daily missions that involve trap cards. And if you scoop early, you don't get any rewards. Grinning Grave Virus. So the field spell added the effect to destroy a card to the trap card, so our trap left the field by the effect of a trap card, but the Lovely Lady only activates if a monster leaves the field by the effect of a trap card. So they should have popped our monster. That way they could also pop a trap or a card with Lovely Labyrinth. Now, we're just never going to win this game, so hopefully they'll just get this over with as quickly as possible. I'll speed through this in the event that nothing interesting happens. Basically, if I'm not talking, a lot of that gets cut in this series, so if I'm not talking, things get cut. So if we're just getting obliterated, I'll shut up. Okay, it's one way to make sure that the game doesn't end fast. I'm going to help them beat me faster by attacking into their monster. So you can always look at the log and check the monster's defense. Like our monster had 16 defense, they could have avoided wasting 16 damage. Go, Ghost. We're just going to normal summon, and we're going to get immediately booked face down by Floodgate Trap Hole. Okay, good. They'll just pop that and get it over with. I believe we activated our 2 traps for our trap requirements. Maybe I should have activated it anyway. Maybe we'd get some secret awards that would help us finish up Master Duel Secret Awards and get some other additional gems to not have to worry about running out of gems. I don't think they have a big enough field. So now a monster actually left the field by the effect of a trap card, so this time they can activate Lady, and they can activate Ariana, and Welcome. So if they had just popped our monster last time, they would have done all these pluses then. And now if they can please just attack me for game so I can see if I get a legacy ticket for this. Odds are we will not. Now will they bad manners me and just waste my time, or will they attack? Alright, they're finally going. Alright, well none of the cards they drew do anything, so if they can just attack, we can move on. And then they can get closer to getting their free pack. Alright, well let's go get our master pack and see if we can improve our deck slightly and try and do a little bit better on the next game. Ah, secret missions. We activated 2 traps, and we activated traps. So yeah, I probably should have just activated another trap to move along. Alright, to the shop. Did we get a legacy ticket? I didn't notice. We did not get a legacy ticket. Let us get our master pack. Rising Sun Slash. Something for Utopia. We don't have that yet. Watt Psychic Fighting Porter. A win more card requires us to have a lot of monsters already. Despot 6. High level. If this card is normal or special summon, you can target a monster on the field and change battle position. This card gains 500 for each Despot monster in your extra deck. If this card is Pendulums, in the Pendulum Zone is destroyed, you can target a despot in your graveyard and add that card to your hand. Alright. Megalith Promotion. You can target one level 4 or lower monster you control's level becomes double its original level. Okay. Super Heavy Big Wajari. If you have no spell traps, you can special summon this card from your hand. That could be useful. After this card is special summoned this way, you cannot special summon monsters the rest of the turn except Super Heavies. Never mind. And it's 2 tributes for a Super Heavy. Worm Mill Flip Effect. Equip this card to an opponent's a monster your opponent controls as an equip card and inflict 400 damage to the controller during each standby phase. That's not good. Timebreaker is a solid card that comes up in a lot of these series. Probably play it. When this card is pendulum summoned from the hand and you control no other cards are pendulum summoned at the same time, you can make this card double its original attack. I don't know if anyone's actually used that before, but maybe we will. And Virtual World Otohime Tutu. If you control no monsters or all monsters you control are psychic and/or worm, you can normal summon this card without attributing. It's not that high level. If this card is in your graveyard or attack. If this card's in your graveyard, you can discard one psychic or worm to special summon this card as a tuner, but banish it when it leaves the field. It could be useful for the tuner effect. I don't think we have enough worms or psychics to do that for now. So let's move on and update the deck and add in our Timebreaker Magician. I have to update it both Extreme Duel and version 1.4. So we're going to get Timebreaker added in. I don't think anything else really makes sense to add. Alright, let's see if we can win a duel. We only had 14 normal craft points so far, so we don't have enough to really craft anything. But we're not winning duels, so currently we're not going to be able to do that anyway. We'll go second to see if our opponent's deck is too good for us. We lost the dice roll, so odds are they will go first. But we're going second. Good. So last time they made us go first also. Maybe they came to the conclusion that it would be good to see what your opponent's playing, just to figure out if it's worth spending time. Alright, let's see what they have. So we have a bunch of monsters. They have looks like a full 15 extra. And they have a bunch of Shaddolls, and only one Shaddol monster. 1800 defense. Whoops. We have a monster with 1900 attack, so we're just going to be able to attack over it. Odds are they'll just set it, we'll attack over it. There's 1000 defense. So that's called by set on the left. So we just don't go into the extra deck because they have 2 copies of Shaddol Fusion. And we just keep them off of monsters. Or we're just going to summon the Leotar, we're just going to attack over there. We're going to attack over their monster, just move things along, kill Squamata. We don't want to give them any chance to have 2 monsters so they can actually fusion summon. But because their cards are flip effects, they're going to keep going plus off of cards that they manage to put in play. So hopefully they don't get anything too good. Magical Meltdown is a full combo, so we are just going to lose again. Because there is currently a dark monster in the graveyard, and I put an Earth. Something tells me that they're not on Melangelica. So now they have instant fusion. They can't probably just play, what's it called? Magistus Artemis. Artemis the Magistus Moon Maiden, and now that's their light monster for... They actually also have a ton of spells, so even if I draw on a Smashing Ground, I can't use it. Do I have a card that can get over Mechaba? Probably not. They also know what cards we have, so they know what to hold their negates for. I guess we could set the Shield Wing and try and force him to normal summon the Alistair so he doesn't have a monster to negate. Then we can get a monster effect that can get rid of the Mechaba. Alrighty. Unexpected die, we can summon a Vanilla. Is there any reason to risk going in the extra deck? They just negate this if we use it. All their spells are dead anyway. Alright, we're just going to set Shield Wing because it can't be destroyed by battle. Alright. So now they need to draw a monster that's productive. All they have is Called by the Grave. I don't think you want to Called by my Leotar, even though I do have another one in my hand. Oh, more Alistair. They should normal summon and just try and attack over my Shield Wing so it gets killed twice. But then they want to have... Oh, they have 2 Alistairs, so... Can they go any slower? This is a position where I'd say we attempted to play the game, and we're in a losing enough position where I can scoop. So I can save time. But I do want to get some sort of possibility at a Legacy pack, so I will, risk it for now. If they don't fuse off the Alistair, we'll just normal summon a monster and attack it. Oh, good, they're linking off. Crushed. Okay, so they're just going to probably fuse another Alistair, or... I'm glad they're making efforts to end the game. Alright, Aguides on summon will pop a card, and then Crosssheep will probably bring back their Shaddol monster. But now that they don't control a Mechaba, we can actually resolve Unexpected Die, but we don't really have anything to go into yet. Let's see, 2018, that's 38. Plus 2 is 4,000, plus 5 is 45. So it's 4,500 damage. I will help them by OTKing myself on the next turn. Oh yeah, Alistair. Okay, good. Let's see, we got a Legacy ticket. I don't think our opponent seeing our hand has mattered in these challenges. I don't think we got a Legacy ticket, but we will get a Master Pack. We're also collecting some more super rare craft points. Alright, hopefully we pull something and make some sort of a change. Code Talker's a good Link monster. Nebula Dragon requires us to have another level 8 dragon we don't have yet. This requires Red Dragon Archfiend we don't have. Anki requires Mass Change. We don't have that. Decider. Level 6 or higher monsters you control cannot target this card. Your opponent controls can't target this card. This card's normal. Especially you can add a hero from your graveyard to your hand. When a card or effect is activated that inflicts damage, you can send this card to your graveyard and make the damage 0. Alright. Mirror of the Ice Barrier requires something to be banished. Magician's Navigation requires Dark Magician. And Insect Neglect. When your opponent's monster declares an attack, you can banish 1 insect from your graveyard and negate that attack. Alright, so we're getting nowhere slowly. Alright, Extreme Duel, Respect Play. We'll do this a few more times and see if we can actually get a win in here. There's got to be someone who just, like... We don't have the advantage of someone seeing our cards and deciding this scoop, because our cards are bad. So that's how I got it over with on my regular account. I immediately just saw if I could beat their hand traps and determine what to do. We will go second, we'll see their cards, or we could just scoop immediately if we see something we just can't beat. Like, I wouldn't have played the Labyrinth match at all if I saw what they had. Alright, a bunch of True Draco cards. We'll never be able to beat those. I think maybe they had the idea I did with Ignis Heat. I actually thought we would just tribute the Respect Play. How are we supposed to beat this 25 monster? I guess we'll at least see our top deck and then we'll concede. I guess that could help. Yeah, we can't beat this. We will move on. It's possible that the Extreme Duels here are... It's possible that they're actually harder opponents than what we would play in Ranked. Not sure. I'll try this a few more times and then I'll just go back to Ranked. But theoretically, being able to see if we should even spend our moment in the duel sounds like a good plan to me. Alright, so we're going first. So maybe they're doing the same thing we're doing. Just want to see what their opponent's doing. So I'll just start with Beckoned, since we have Skill Successor to give it an attack boost. And I'll set both cards, partially so I hope they can forget which one is which. If we only set one card, it's obvious what's where. Ah, Raigeki. And it looks like they have full Synchron combo. That's not good. So Carrier lets them, like, do an additional normal summon. Actually, do they have full combo? They have a level 2, a level 2, a level 4. I guess they don't, but this is going to be like one of those really hard to, like, do anything matchups. So this gives them an extra normal summon of a Synchron. This is Floor Synchron and Start a Synchron. When this card's summoned, you get to add a card that mentions Stardust Dragon. Okay. This is a tuner, so they could make a level 6 Synchro off of this. Okay, Specialing that seems like a worse play, because now they've lost their extra normal summon, which they might have wanted. Like, they could have put the Floor Synchron or the... They could have put the Floor Synchron in play. Now, I'm not sure what cards they have this. Alright. Well, we can MST that. So we've activated a spell card this game. Oh, they just said it. Interesting. Just knowing this Raigeki is going to be a problem. Any of these monsters worth risking? Not really, but I guess we don't really have a choice but to try and press forward. So we'll attack over, start a Synchron, and try and get in for some damage. Maybe they'll forget about the Skill Successor and we'll be able to get something in at a moment where they wouldn't expect it. Oh, thank goodness the Stardust Synchron got banished when it left the field. Oh, wait, do they have a tuner? Uh-oh. Alright, so Junk Converter is going to turn into Junk Synchron, and that will be full combo, and then we'll be dead. So this could be bad. They might think our monsters are too bad to Raigeki, and maybe they'll run into a monster in a bad order, into Beckoned, and we'll Skill Successor. Odd that they'd pick the Synchron Carrier over anything else. They might want to summon their Converter back, because it summons back a guy. Maybe they are worse than I thought. Their deck will still be too good, but they could be worse than I thought. In defense position. I guess they'll probably synchro it off at some point. Maybe they'll misclick and press no. Press no. Press no. Never mind. There's Jet and Junk and Floor and another Stardust Synchron. And a Quick Draw Synchron. They technically only have the one non-tuner, so they only have one slot. Looks like their Stardust Synchron isn't going to be activating. Hopefully they don't get into anything too weird. Power Tool. Well, there's an equipment spell I'm definitely going to try and pop if they play one. This could just be them climbing. If they make Baron, then it's just over. Okay. Floral Summon the Quillbolt Hedgehog from hand. This could be a while. Currently, they'd have to synchro up over the Power Tool Dragon to continue synchroing. Here, you can have Living Fossil. Ah, I didn't expect a Crystal Wing. I mean, it makes sense as something they can go into. I just didn't think they would be going into that. At least I know they're probably not going to get rid of it. And they don't have any other non-tuners except for the Living Fossil's got to be once per turn, right? Okay, so we're definitely using our MST on Living Fossil. Never mind, another non-tuner appears from the graveyard because they control a tuner. Okay. I'm going to concede because this is going to take forever, and I don't feel like complaining. We did try to play, we were definitely just going to lose, so I'm going to take that Master Pack. So far, none of the Master Packs we've been opening have actually have had like a playable card where they require too many Archetype cards. Stealth Roid, at the end of your battle phase of this card battle, target a spell or trap on the field and destroy that card. Not bad. DD Patrol Plane. During the end phase of this card is currently banished and was banished this turn. You can banish one card from your hand, field, or graveyard if you special summon this card. Not great. Ninjutsu Art Notebook. Once per turn, you can send one ninja monster from your hand or graveyard. Set one ninjutsu art spell trap from your deck. Okay. Prime Banshee requires 2+ Altergeist monsters. Gaga Clerk. You can control a Gaga. Other than Clerk, you can special this card from your hand. A Rocket Caliber. We now have another Rocket. That's good. Wheel of Prophecy. This card is special by the effect of a spellcaster. You can target any number of spellbooks. Shuffle in the deck, maybe to return other banished spellbooks. Alright. Star Staring Starling. This card gains an effect based on the monster zone it's in. It can change its level. Not that great. Alright, let's make some deck updates, because we did actually get something that does something. Okay, we will be adding the rocket, and we pulled the code talker before I forgot to put it in. Let's see, what were we bricked on? We were bricked on too many monsters, but I feel like we'd be bricked on similarly too many spell traps. I'm going to cut the half-shuts now. I think we have enough monsters to summon. We don't need to, like, keep our monster in play. I don't think we need... I'll cut a Leotar, make the deck a little more consistent. And I think we will go with that for now. Oh, I'll put in the Prime Banshee just because... Oh, wait. We're at 15. Never mind. We'll take out the Prime Banshee. I'll do the Extreme Duel one more time. And I have to update the deck. So we're just going to copy the version 1.4 again. Get the newest updates. And we'll see if we can beat anything. I really wanted to try and get a Legacy pack by just taking the L, but I could not wait for them to activate Hyper Life in like 15,000 times. They can go first. Okay, we don't have a continuous card to tribute for Ignis Heat, but actually we do. We have Respect Light. See what our opponent's on. 15 cards. They're on DDD. They may do a long, boring combo because they have 1-for-1. 1-for-1 should be full combo. They are probably going to get a lot off here. We'll get an idea very quickly if we have any chance of doing anything. And as I said in the next episode, I'm probably just I will do some solo modes, and I'll be earning some things from solo, so I'll probably have a Reinforcement of the Army and a Raigeki at some point. The solos are going to be posted on the Patreon. I don't think anyone's going to want to watch those duels, but if you will, they'll be there at the free tier. So they'll be posted at the free tier. The Patreon will be the place to find new episodes, free edit. So if I always cut like dead time and filler words from the episode, so that'll be posted onto the Patreon at the $1 level if you want to see episodes as they get made. But if you want to wait for them to go on YouTube, it'll be free, of course. And solo modes will be posted on the Patreon on the free tier, but only posted there just so they don't clog up the channel. I think it's fair to say we can't beat this. We will probably just lose to Ash Blossom on Unexpected Die. So let's just try and play one game in ranked. Now, I didn't even make an attempt to play this game, so I'm not going to take the Master Pack from that. It's possible that the really bad decks aren't playing in the Respect Play mode, so we're probably more likely to see a complete and total noob here in... Alright, once again, we'll go second. We'll determine if we can play or not by going second. Challenge is definitely not living up to the name of Masochist Destroyer. 5 cards in the extra. Please be something we can beat. They have... I think it's one of the first fields you get in the game, but they did get I can't beat a regular Labyrinth deck with this deck. They are only 5 in the extra. There's a chance we can do something. But this card, I can't really, like, beat it, because it can't be targeted or destroyed, and my monsters are tiny. Okay. Wasn't expecting that. This is very hard to evaluate exactly where we stand against this opponent, because they are doing a whole bunch of stuff that doesn't make sense, but their cards are just much better. So I'm very eager to see if we can handle this. Or if they do something just odd that'll let us win. Maybe they... I'm like trying to see why this would be in here. It could be that... Okay. Alright. This feels doable. Barely. Like in the smallest possible sense of the word, this feels doable. Honestly doesn't feel doable. Alright, let's see. I'm going to set the Go to bring back the Call the Haunted for next turn. I'm going to set MST and set Call the Haunted. The idea is that I don't want them to use... I should have held the MST. My goal was to MST the Snake Eye Ash so that they wouldn't get a search, but I totally forgot that I was setting a quick play and suddenly couldn't activate it. Now they can just push my monster into the back row and then they have game on board. And I set a 0 monster, so when I call the Haunted in attack position, I'll just get run over. I guess we'll let them earn their win properly. Another Flameburge? Maybe they just only open the Snake Eye pack, and have all these Snake Eye cards. Well, I can MST the Divine Temple, and that'll reduce the attack of the Poplar by 1100. Is it? A normal set. Okay, so they went from having game to not having game. I may have a chance. My opponent doesn't know what they're doing. Please don't put my monster in the back row. Please don't use Flameburge on my set monster. Raigeki? Fine. 200 life points and a dream. Sure. Oh, no problem. The monster with the highest defense. Okay. That'll get rid of the Lady Labyrinth. Set cards. Include set monsters. That is a first. I've never seen a set monster on the board of a Labyrinth deck. Well, you learn things every day. Okay, so Call the Haunted. Do we have a Synchro we can go into that's productive? So we have a level 4 monster. We have a couple of tuners. I don't think we have a level 7 Synchro. I have to make a move, so we'll lose otherwise. We can make a Link Summon, just to increase our number of special summons we've done, and our Link Summons, try and get something out of the rewards. Alright, so we're definitely taking an L here. There's no way to win. I never considered that that would happen. Alright, so I'll just end the game. Alright, let's get our next Master Pack. Hopefully we'll start winning soon. Oh look, the practical exam. We've activated enough spell cards. We'll get some legacy tickets, collect some things from the Duel Pass, some gems, collect some missions. They're all lifetime missions. Normal, duel and ranked, and increase our duelist level. Alright, collect some... Oh, we're not getting legacy tickets from that, we're getting the mate space. See what's going on in the next academic test. We can get legacy tickets. It requires us to tribute summon. We'll probably be able to do that once. I'll just have to put the Ignis... have to draw the Ignis. Let's do our proficiency test. 1. That is... Outstanding Dog Marin. Alright, number 2. Which monster has a different attribute? Water, water, water. Muddy Mud Dragon, I believe, is a dark monster. Let's see. Monster's type. Divine Beast? There's no such thing as Deity Beast type. Alright. In Glory of the Gladiator Beast solo mode. Didn't play it yet. What is said to happen when the fervor of the Colosseum reaches its peak? Gladiator Beasts are unleashed. Whoa, what a guess. Alright. That is... I think this is Goblin Thief. I think it's like... Your opponent takes 5, you gain 5. Ah! Wonderful! Retry! Thank you. I've never had that ever work. Alright. So we need to tribute summon a monster to get anything out of this. Let's get our master pack. Are we getting legacy tickets? I don't think we did. Still no legacy tickets. A new master pack. Infinitrack Rollerball. You can special summon this card from... Let's see. This card doesn't have one of the automatic summoning conditions of the Infinitracks, but it summons back when one is tributed, so... Whoops. Awakening of the Possessed. Greater NRA Fire. You can special this from your hand by sending a face-up fire spellcaster and 1 level 4 lower fire monster you control to the graveyard, and then it searches for spiritual fire art or 1 possessed spell or trap card. Decide and weigh. When an opponent's monster declares an attack, target the attacking monster, negate the attack, and if you do, inflict 800 damage to your opponent for each fish, sea serpent, aqua type monster we control, which is none. A Cypher Soldier. If this card battles a warrior, gains 2000 attack and defense. Soul Claw. Target a super heavy, it gains 500 attack and defense. Okay, Artifacts Unleashed. Target 2 artifacts you control. Immediately after this effect resolves, Exi Summon. Okay. Red-Eyed Dice. Target a Speedroid and choose a level from 1 to 6. And what can make Puppeteer? Then this card from your hand or field of the graveyard to target 1 monster your opponent controls and move it to another main monster zone. I think I might play that over other cards just because it might be funny if it comes up. So let us edit the deck. Put in What Kinetic Puppeteer. Probably don't need this many vanillas at this point. The only change, I'm just cutting... No, that was a bad decision. I've already had plenty of times where I need a level 2 vanilla monster, so I'm just gonna... Whoops. I'm gonna leave Crowned in. I'm gonna cut MST to 2. It hasn't mattered yet. The equipment spell hasn't come up yet. I'm just gonna try and make the deck more consistent by playing less cards for now. I'm gonna cut this Go Defender, just to decrease the card count. I'm gonna cut the Dodo Dwarf, because it requires us to have a Zubaba or Go. The wrong types in play. So we'll go with a 40 card list. Call it version 1.5. I do need a card in here to complete the tribute summon test, so let's see if we can put in a high level monster worth playing. Oh, we have a high level monster in the deck. Okay, we don't need to force it because we could play Trent, but we will just play Ignis Heat for now. We're more likely to tribute summon over a spell trap. All right, let's play our next duel. All right, so we will rank up if we win, and our opponent will rank up if they win. High stakes duel. All right, we're going second, so that means that they're going first, which means we might be able to pop something with a Smashing Ground. They're on 14 in the extra, 44 in the main. We can make a Junk Synchron. We have Leotar, who can attack over non-vanillas pretty decently. We have a bunch of battle tricks, we have special summons. This is like an ideal starter with the cards we have so far. Zumbira, that's a very old classic Legacy Pack card. It is a related card to the Last Warrior from Another Planet because it's one of the fusion materials for it. Alright. Nice. What is the attack of our Junk Warrior? Junk Warrior is 2300, so we will try to go for Junk Warrior. Please don't max see me. I guess theoretically I should have probably just tributed for Ignis Heat, and then next turn I could have summoned Junk Warrior, because Junk... So basically, I could have tribute summoned Ignis Heat over the Crown by the World Chalice, and then brought it back next turn with Junk Synchron, so I would have Ignis Heat on field now, Junk Synchron in hand, and I would have been able to summon Junk Warrior next turn to get us closer to winning the game. They summoned Sendra the 1,000 Hands and didn't search anything, which means they either have their ritual monster, or this is like a Masochist deck and it's just full of random stuff. Odds are I'm leaning towards it's like a Masochist. Could be one of those bots that's just trying to lose the game as fast as possible. I'm just going to give us the 500 attack boost now in the attempt to try and end the game quicker. So we're going to get an extra 500 damage out of this. Actually, I'm also going to do Skill Successor. So I'm going to get the extra damage done quicker by boosting to 32 now. Even though it's going to go down by the 400 a second, I'm going to gain 800 shortly also. Just trying to end the game as quickly as possible. Plus 8. Yeah, I have game here, and we're going to complete the challenge for the tribute summon. You must tribute one monster in order to tribute summon this monster. That is false. I can tribute a spell trap. I will tribute summon Igniseat. We'll give either one of these an extra 800 damage. I guess we'll play around Gores by making the smaller monster gain the attack. Get in for 28, get in for 32. And we've won a game. Finally. And I don't think we opened any secret packs. So maybe we'll get to craft a card. Oh wait, we can't craft a card because we don't have an open secret pack. Although we are getting some craft points. Level up. And we have 3 legacy tickets. We are going to get 5 from the practical exam, so we're moving forward. That felt like a really rough set. So let's see what we pulled. Collect all of our mission bonuses. Give me my 5 tickets. Let's see what we got to do in the next one. So our next exam, we have to compete in 3 duels and destroy 10 cards. So we can probably do that eventually, but we'd only get the question reward. All right, let's do the practical. We'll do the proficiency test. Question 1, Scientist. Warugiano. Which of the following is correct about display face down cards transparent? You can show your opponent's set cards. Face up images of cards that are showed intermittently. Oh, okay. What is Ruin said to do when the end is in sight? Ring the reversal of time. All right, I guessed it. What do you know? This is Book of Taiyao. If you ask me what cards are called, I'll know. If you ask me random stuff that's solo mode, I'm not going to know. Conquistador is a trap card also. All the other ones become monsters. They're considered different cards. So you have MST them, they actually don't get destroyed. If you MST them and they chain to summon, then they don't get destroyed. Except for Conquistador, because it's still a trap card. Alright. So again, compete in 3 duels that we probably have to get to the end of and destroy 10 cards. Now we're going to get our Master Pack, and we will get a bunch of Legacy tickets. So firstly, let's collect all the Legacy tickets, which we have 8 of. Let's go through them one at a time, since there's some shinies in here. We pulled in a Guppy, which can special an Aqua Actress. We pulled a Hinokage Suchi. 2 tributes, rips your opponent's cards. They discard their hand during the draw phase, then they draw for turn. So it's going to puts them in top deck mode, but it's a spirit monster, so it's pretty bad. Okay, how do I get to the next pack? Okay, there we go. I always skip these, so for me, this is like weird. Shinato, King of a Higher Plane, is a decent ritual monster. It's an old one. Taihon is garbage. This is a good spirit monster. It's level 1. It's a scale 1, level 5. When you pendulum summon, this returns to the hand. If this card is normal summon, you can send to the graveyard all monsters your opponent controls in the same column as this card in your pendulum zone. Wait, let me read this again. When this card is normal summoned, you can send to the graveyard all monsters your opponent controls in the same column as the cards in your pendulum zones. But you don't have pendulum zones if you don't have a spell or trap in your pendulum zone. Would that count? And then it returns to the hand because it's a spirit monster. All right. Helios require 100 times the number of banished monsters. More shinies. 7 Tools of the Bandit. Possibly play that. Mysterious Guard. Target 1 face-up monster on the field, and if you control a warrior monster, you can target an additional face-up monster on the field. Place the first on top of the deck, return the additional target to the hand. We might play it. If the defense of an attack defense position monster is higher than the attack of your opponent's monster, the battle damage inflicted to your opponent is doubled. Destroy the attacking monster after damage calculation. Well, they're not going to attack you with defense position monster that they can't beat, so it's not going to do anything. This card is a pretty funny card in burn. It's a good wrap-up card for like a slow, stally burn deck, but you have to already get your opponent down to like 3,000. I actually consider playing it because we actually like beat down and rush our opponent, and then they make something we can't beat. We can actually still burn them for 500 every turn while we just block. This card's garbage, and Pyramid Turtle is solid. Alright, Ultra Legacy tickets. World Legacy World Chalice. That could be good. Vanity's Ruler. We've identified our win condition. It's like a worse barrier statue, and we're probably never going to get on the field, but it could be good. Alright, so Dragon's Rage. If your dragon monster attacks a defense position monster, inflict piercing damage. It's not going to happen. When a fusion monster on the field is destroyed by battle or card effect and sent to the graveyard, you can target one of the fusion materials that was used in special summon. Also not good enough. Alright, did anything here open a secret pack? Doubtful. So we still have not opened a secret pack, so we'll be doing another master pack. Nice. Supposedly a rarity upgrade, or maybe a glossy. Goki Power Lord Ogre opens a secret pack. Gains attack equal to combined link rating of all link monsters you control. This link summon card is unaffected by other card effects. It requires 2+ warrior monsters. We're definitely putting it in the deck. What does Joker's Knight do? Send 1 Queen's Jaxer from the emphasis cards in your graveyard. It's not going to work. Okay. Gusto Griffin. If this card is sent from your hand to the graveyard, you can special summon a Gusto monster from your deck. Penitent Revolution. If another card you control is destroyed by battle or card effect, you can add Liberty at last from your deck to your hand. At the start of the damage step, if a synchro monster battles, you can destroy the opponent's battling monster. If this card in the spell and trap card zone is destroyed by a card effect, you can destroy one monster you control instead. Not good. Okay. Arcus. Neither player can target Lightsworn monsters anywhere with card effects. Once per turn, during your end phase, you can send the top two cards of your deck to the graveyard. If your opponent's life points are at least 2,000 higher than yours, you can special summon this card from your hand. You can target one Utopia you control equipped with this card. Once per turn, while this card is equipped to a monster, negate the first trap effect activated on your opponent's side of the field. I might play this just because it's a special summon. It does require us to be losing to do it, though. If this card is normal or special summon, you can target one phase-up monster you control. If it attacks a defense position monster's turn, inflict piercing damage. It's only at 1700 level 3. During your opponent's turn, quick effect, target one face-up monster on the field, change its battle position, then return this card to the hand. Not good enough. But we're going to be putting in Goki, the Power Load Ogre, in the event we can get enough warriors. And we have the secret pack open, so I'm going to play one more game today to try and get a pack out of it while it's open. So if you're new to my version of the series, we can open from the secret pack if we win, but we have to open a secret pack to do that. And the secret pack only stays open as long as the 24-hour cycle is there, so it encourages me to keep playing. So I'm just going to probably be recording these videos like day by day. They probably won't get posted day by day unless they go onto the Patreon, in which case you can just follow them right away. They'll start going onto the Patreon immediately as soon as the first videos are actually posted on the channel. I'm going to be making sure that 5 of them are recorded before it even starts on the channel. So let's update the deck list with some of our new cards. Alright, so we're going to be adding in this guy. Let us cut a... Actually, I don't want to cut any monsters currently. I'm going to put in the Vanity's Ruler, see if we can get it on the field. We play a couple of World Chalice monsters, so if we can get this in play, we'd be able to summon 2 from the deck, but I can't see us purposely putting this on the field. Alright, we're going to put in the Power Load Ogre. We're going to cut a card we can't summon, like Turbo Warrior, because we don't play Turbo Synchron. And I'm going to put in the Minor Goblin Official. Something tells me we might be able to actually like push 5,000 damage and then just like instantly lose the game, and maybe this will give us like a win condition in those scenarios. While we're here, well, firstly, I'm updating this to 1.6. Alright, that's where we are currently at 1.6. And we have not enough craft materials for anything, but now that we have one of the other rules is that I'm allowed to, or one of the rules of the series is we're allowed to craft when we win instead of open a secret pack, although that might not be necessarily better, but we can only open cards from the current open secret pack. So currently it's the Goki secret pack, but we currently don't have enough dust in order to craft any of those cards. But if we did see a card we wanted, like a Goki rematch or something, we'd have to acquire enough dust for it, and we can do that by dismantling cards, but we can only dismantle cards we have more than 3 copies of something. Like if we go through our cards now, I have this, it's currently sorted by order obtained, but if I go by number owned in descending order, I would go to the dismantle list. Currently, if I go to dismantle extra cards, there's nothing we can dismantle. So that means we don't have more than 3 copies of anything. But I go to dismantle selected cards. The most copies of a card we have is 2 copies. So at some point, we might be able to actually craft a card. Alright, so let us try to win one more game and see if we can get anything out of the secret pack before it closes, because I can only play for so many hours in a row. Alright, we'll do another ranked game. Maybe if we pull decent enough, we'll actually be able to go back into the respect play thing and hopefully actually set up something our opponent won't be able to deal with. If we win, we gain a rank. I will go first. I've been going second because we have more cards that like pop things, but I want to get ahead on summons, which would involve us getting an extra turn to perform our summons. Our opponent has 3 cards in extra deck. They're on the Rescue Rabbit and the regular field, so odds are they are a bot or a new player. And they have something that they can do. Because they have something they can do, I'll assume they have Max C, and I will just start setting cards to see if I can encourage them to make an attempt to play a card. I'll put this in defense position because it can't be destroyed by battle once while it's in defense. So they need to know what we're doing. Theoretically, I shouldn't put cards in these zones in case they're on, like something like Mech Knights. I should go to the end columns because you can't use the EMZs for your cards in your columns. In that case, see if our opponent does anything today. Stand by. Main 1. Generic burn card. Tremendous Fire. Alright. If they're going to do things that burn us both, then this thing might be really good. The Minor Goblin Official. Be nice if we had some cards that can burn them a little bit. I think this is a self-TK bot. We might actually get to play versus our first self-TK bot. If it's a self-TK bot, I'm tempted to not destroy their back row, but it could be like a card that burns me. Tremendous Fire did burn me. Alright. The question is, does it make more sense for me to MST their back row, or to leave it there in the event that it hurts them more? I guess I have to assume it could actually do something that stops me. Like, the self-TK bot should really have like a game plan for winning the game. Like, just playing a deck that just normal summons and attacks is more likely to win a game than a deck that just instantly itself. Alright, I will MST. I need to destroy a card for the Academic Challenge anyway. Well, that doesn't do anything. This could just be a Masochist playing the only cards they have, but then why would they play a card that actively hurts them? So I have to assume that they're like... I have to assume that they're one of those self-DK bots, or pay 1,000 life points and summon your monster in standby phase. Alright, if we can get them a little lower, we'll get closer to activating our Minar Goblin Official. We currently have a Beast Warrior and a Rock. In our extra deck, we have Defender of the Labyrinth as warriors. Just trying to see if we can get to Goki the Power Load Ogre through just warriors, but we don't have enough like links that get there yet. And Defender of the Labyrinth is just for vanilla warriors, for vanilla monsters. Non-effect monsters you control gain 500 attack. Also, effect monsters you control, your opponent controls loses 500 attack. Alright, so I gotta take 1,000 here. Close to actually using the Minar Goblin Official. It'll have actually done something in the first game that I brought it in for, even though I don't know, it's like a dead card in general. But like this is like the idea. If like there was actually like if their deck actually did something, there was always a chance that I might have been able to like poke them another couple times. Oh, that card's actually decent. Are they just doing it to burn themselves by attacking, or is this just a blocker? Did they just build a bot with a deck that they had available? A tribute summon of a... Okay. Maybe I will be in some trouble. We pulled this card. It doesn't really do anything. Alright, so now we have a burn card set up. Unfortunately, I think we're going to be in a lot of trouble here. We're going to lose to a self-DK bot. Unless I can block enough attacks. There's no reason this thing won't attack. If the bot were dumb enough, it could have attacked in the wrong order and the Dark Elf would have died. So they're taking 1,000 during their standby phase, and we're going to be inflicting 500 during their standby phase. So that's 1,500. So I just have to survive for 2 turns. And Shield Wing will block 2 attacks, so we have plenty of life points. Maybe we'll get the Shard of Greed if somehow the game doesn't end by the time the burning is over. Okay, that helps. The monster with the highest defense, which is the bigger one. So we will just set this and see if they can do anything. So they're going to take 1,000 for this Dark Contract. They'll take 500 for Minar Goblin Official. And then I think that'll put them at 1,200. They can declare an attack with Dark Elf, and then the game is over. And something tells me they're not going to declare any more attacks with Dark Elf. These bots are so boring. Come on, man. Do something. So boring, I'm just going to play with the tree in the corner here. Just click on the tree. Click on our trees, too. Ruffle feathers. Ruffle leaves. Click on the Rescue Rabbit Mate. Alright. They've effectively lost the game because they can take 200 damage next standby phase. And we'll get to draw 2 cards off the Shard of Greed. If they end their turn, the game is over. I thought it was odd that we were able to inflict the 500 damage with Minar Goblin Official before they could activate a Dark Contract with the Yami Makai. Alrighty. Maybe we can actually just run it over and do damage ourselves. Nope, we cannot. If they weren't going to die, then we could beat them now. But the game is over, and we're winning via burn damage. Hopefully it's our burn damage. They let our card go first last time. If they do it again, great. We're going to win a game via burn damage. Never expected to do that. Alright, now we get to go into our secret pack and try and pull some Gokis. Alright, we're ranking up. So we're going to start getting obliterated in silver soon. Alright, we got 2 legacy tickets. It's always weird. They say 2 legacy tickets, and sometimes they'll post a legacy ticket, a legacy ticket, a legacy ticket. Might as well just say 4 legacy tickets, or however many. Alright, let's collect some craft points, some gems. Got some lifetime awards. We've won 5 duels. We destroyed 10 cards, and we activated 11 spells. Free gems. Oh, and we got the inline skates. Alright, so let's go to the shop, collect our legacy tickets. Oh, pack. Well, yeah, let's open our legacy tickets, which we have 2 of. We have a Silent Wobby, which can give our opponent a monster. A Sonic Jammer. Your opponent can activate spells. Cyber Ogre. By discarding this card from your hand of the graveyard, negate 1 battle involving a Cyber Ogre. That's bad. And Amazon of the Seas does nothing. Alright, let's open our secret pack. 1 Goki, 3 strike success, please. And this is where we start becoming the Masochist Destroyer. Fireflint Lady is just a good card. Fiendish Rhino Warrior is just a good card. When this card is normal summon, you can special summon 1 level 4 or lower super heavy samurai monster from your hand and change it to defense position. Your monsters your opponent controls cannot attack any monster except this one. Okay, this would be pretty good if we had more super heavies that were worth playing. Gadget Arms. Flip effect. Select 1 Morphtronic spell trap card in your graveyard and add to your hand. And World Dino Wrestling. While you control a Dino Wrestler monster, each player can only attack with 1 monster during each battle phase. So we don't have any Dino Wrestlers, so we can't use it yet. If your Dino Wrestler attacks an opponent's monster, it gains 200 attack during damage calculation only. If your opponent special summons more monsters than you do, you can banish this card. Oh, controls more monsters than you do. You can banish this card from your graveyard to special summon 1 Dino Wrestler from your deck. Okay, interesting. Goki face turn. Target 1 Goki you control and 1 Goki monster in your graveyard. Destroy that card on the field, and if you do, special summon 1 other monster from your graveyard. Dino Wrestler Valeonix. If your opponent controls a monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. While you control a Link 3 or higher Dino Wrestler monster, face up monsters you control are unaffected by activated card effects of your opponents Link 3 or lower monsters. Okay, and a Goki Destroy Ogre. 2+ Goki monsters. The first time each monster this card points to would destroy by battle, it is not destroyed. During the main phase, you can activate this effect. You cannot special summon monsters the rest of the turn except Goki monsters. Your opponent can special summon 1 or 2 monsters from their graveyard. You special summon up to that many non-link Gokis from your graveyard to zones this card points to. Okay, so this was not helpful. Actually, a Fire Flint Lady could be, but I doubt it will be. Alright, let's take a look at our card pool. See if we can do anything. Because we could force our way into getting the Goki Link monster in play. Let me sort again by order obtained. This was specifically Gokis, so we're not going to get into that. We didn't pull any Gokis. Warriors. What warriors do we have? Warrior. Alright. A lot of our warriors are high level, so it looks like we're not going to be in a good position to do a bunch of warriors. Alright, what do we got in here? We have a spellcaster, warrior, psychic, warrior. Alright, I don't think we need to like force in too many more warriors. I'm actually going to put in the Fire Flint Lady, potentially to help us get closer to like summoning the Vanity's Ruler, but I don't think I need to make too much other adjustments for now. You know what? I think I'm also going to put in the Dreadnought Dunker. I know I'm just adding more bricks, but I want to have some payoffs. Alright, let's try and get one more game in before I have to end the session, just because it's running very long. See if we can get another secret pack. So far, I thought the cards outside of our secret pack were actually better than the ones inside from that master pack. Also, maybe we'll have enough craft points to open a card, or to craft a card. Alright, so we lost the dice roll, and our opponent is choosing to go first. Okay, we just have a bunch of monsters and a Memory of the Adversary, which is fine. They have a Vampire card. That did a lot of stuff. Odds are we're not going to be able to beat this. They have a full extra deck. They're on a 60-card deck. They're getting a Spell Trap. Alright. They look like they're doing full combo, and that they know what their full combo is. They have taken a lot of damage. There's always a chance I win by something silly, like them burning themselves. Ah! Beatrice. This might get banned eventually. That'll be useful. Maybe it's a Ghost Fusion deck? It's a lot of plays to summon just a Garura. Their life is low. How do I do a little tiny bit of damage? Alright. They are doing a super full combo. If they didn't burn themselves so much, I would definitely have just left. I'm like hoping that I can just like sneak in a win by just like summoning Leotard attacking over Vampire Sucker. I doubt it. Stardust. Excel Stardust. Synchro Stardust Dragon. I think this card counts as Plague Spreader. Dispatter. Okay. Alright, I'm going to concede. That is one too many things for me to look at. I am not beating that. So you have your rank up. Good job. Let's try and play one more game. There's a chance we get the Vanity's Ruler quickly, but I doubt it. The goal is to try and get the Vanity's Ruler quickly. Did he special that or did he normal it? He specialed it? Okay, odds are we're not going to be able to beat whatever this is. We got to see if they at least know what they're doing before we just scoop. Are there any settings I can change that are going to make this go faster? Duel settings. Self-chain, switch, change to auto, card business manual, order activations on. Alright, they did a bunch of Utopia stuff. They added a spell, they added a Pegasus Twin Saber. Negates a monster effect. What's the spell do? I think it's just the rank up. Hyper rank up magic. Utopia Force. Target one rank 9 or lower Utopia monster. You control special summon one rank 10 or higher Utopia or Utopia Exe monster from your extra deck by using that Exe monster controls material. If an Exe monster is special summoned by the effect of a rank 10, while this card's in your graveyard, you can target one of those special summon monsters and attach this card to it as material. Just gonna get the Dragonar. Huh. Well, we have a tuner. We could actually get into like Colossal Fighter, but if we can't get enough, we can Unexpected Die for Beckoned, normal summon Rocket Caliber, go into Colossal Fighter, and then crash into their monster until we OTK ourselves. Beckoned will also make 29. Alright. Theoretically, it'd be very nice if we can get enough warriors in the graveyard to get a Colossal Fighter at 3,000, then it can attack into and crash into all over these monsters. Or if they activate Max C, we could go for the Max C FTK, where we just keep crashing and summoning Colossal Fighter forever and ever. So that would be an interesting win condition. Colossal Fighter. I'll just confirm. Is that a warrior? Nope. Beast warrior. Alright, please activate Max C. Please let this go. Please let it go. Please let it go. Don't negate it with Hope Harbinger. I have more devastating spells to negate. Activate Max C. Draw a card. Please do it. Activate Max C. Activate Max C. Okay, that's good for me. Please activate Max C. Can you summon your monster any slower? Photon Lord. Okay. There's a chance they have too many monsters on the field and they actually can't clear a Colossal Fighter. Oh, 33. How'd that happen? Oh, it's waters in both players' fields and graveyards? Alright, that makes me smaller. That's fine. That's fine. My graveyard effect will work either way. So we're going to run him out of effects. Oh, changing my monster to 0. I didn't know that was going to happen. That's fine. And we're back. Alright, surprisingly we're in this game. So apparently Dragonar can make our attack 0 when we declare an attack. Currently none of his monsters get over our monster. The only thing that went bad here is that I set him up in a position where he has room to summon another monster. He's gone through a decent amount of the extra deck. Like, if I at least left that there, maybe he would just be stuck with these monsters and just can't get over Colossal Fighter. If he max Cs, I can just do the crash play. What did he do? Detach 2, special 1 ZW or ZS from your deck. Does Photon Lord actually detach? I don't see detach on it. Exceed Armor Fortress. That might be a problem. Oh, that could be useful. Well, we definitely play this just to be safe. We're going to try and get over this tiny monster. If he makes my guy 0, I'll just bring it back. Who's he Exe summoning on? Sure, still crash. So it's going to attach me as Exe material. That's not good. I think we've officially lost this game. Yep, that'll do it. Yep, see if we can get a legacy ticket. That'd have been really cool if they did maxi me, but they never had a monster bigger than the Colossal Fighter. I forgot it gained for both players' warriors. And the trap card can, like, equip things also, right? Okay, banish this card, target 1 Exe monster you control, equip 1 other Exe monster phrase up from your field or graveyard to that monster as equipment. And this card is like a material. Let's see. Once per turn, you can target an Exe monster. Is there any way for me to get this card off of this? Once per turn, you can target Exe in your graveyard and add to your hand. Ah, just what they need. More cards. Alright, so they can't run over my go because it can't be destroyed by battle once. Now it'll be destroyed. I'm going to Call of the Haunted. Try and activate more trap cards. Doesn't matter. Do I have a light or dark in my hand? Alright, summon Beckoned. Maybe I'll have to attach it somehow, or just want to activate more trap cards, get more things. What's this do? Alright, so it is now big. Okay, properly defeated. Alright, so now we're just going to be getting a regular Master Pack because we did not win. We will not be getting any secret packs for that. And we completed a mission for Synchro Summoning. Did we get a Legacy ticket for that? Nope. One Master Pack, please. Dark Renewal. I don't think we have any Dark Spellcasters. We don't have the Ritual spell. We have the Element Saber card. We're probably going to get all the Element Sabers when I do the solo modes. Return to the Zombie. Banish the zombie from the field. Special summon a zombie monster from the graveyard of the player who controlled it. In defense position, if this card's in the graveyard, you can shuffle 1 banished zombie monster into the deck, and if you do, set this card, but banish when it leaves the field. Okay, Right Hand Shark. When it's normal summon, add Left Hand Shark. If this card is in the graveyard, you control no monster, you can special summon this card, but banish when it leaves the field. That sounds pretty decent. An Exe monster that was summoned using... summon monster that was summoned using only water monsters and material, including this card, cannot be destroyed by battle. Grid Rod. Equip only to a Cyberse against 300 is unaffected by opponent's card effects. Also, for the first time we destroyed by battle, it is not destroyed. In case of Cyberse is destroyed and set in the graveyard, you can activate this card effect. Cyberse monsters you currently control cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects this turn. Deus Ex Crawler. When your opponent activates a card or effect, targets face down. This face down monster, you can change this card to face up defense and negate that effect. And if you do destroy that card. After this card is flipped face up, while this card's in the monster zone, negate all monster effects your opponent activates. If this card on the field is destroyed by battle or card effect, you can add from your deck to your hand 1 level 9 monster with a different original type or attribute than this card. Return from Testina. If this card is in your hand, you can target 1 Testina monster you control, except Return from Testina. Alright, I would say that none of these cards are playable except for maybe the Right Hand Shark. Let's actually add in the Right Hand Shark. Oh, we opened the Element Saber secret pack, so if we win, we can get from that pack as well. But something tells me that this pack is garbage. Let's just see what's in it. See if there's anything of value in here. Some Monarchs in here. But again, I think we get most of these cards in the solo mode, so I'll be doing the solo modes at some point later this evening, so that'll get recorded and posted onto the Patreon. Let's add in the Right Hand Shark, just as it's a monster that can revive itself. Lifetime Discovery, probably opening out of the secret pack. Yep. Okay, so to the deck, see if there's anything here worth adding. Is Rhino Warrior worth playing here? We don't have any Fiends really worth dumping. Anything worth cutting? I'm going to cut the Minarch Goblin Official. It was in my hand, it wasn't a playable card there, but that's not really a good basis for things. We will go with this for now. Alright, I think that's going to cut this episode. I'll see you guys in the next episode if you want to check out, again, solo mode on the Patreon.